This fighter danced around the ring like prime Muhammad Ali when he faced Mike Tyson at his most dangerous. The greatest fight that boxing fans could ever witness would be Ali versus Tyson. Two legends from different eras, two opposing philosophies of violence, one who floated like a butterfly, one who destroyed like a hurricane. But what if I told you that fight did happen? Not with Ali himself, but with a 6'5" Olympic gold medalist who mastered every move in Ali's playbook. Tyrell Biggs walked into the ring carrying Muhammad Ali's soul. The footwork, the jab, the mind games. He believed he could solve the unsolvable. Tyson's Peekaboo style. For a few rounds, boxing fans witnessed magic. Ali's ghost dancing with Tyson's fury. It was elegance versus explosion. The sweet science against raw devastation. But what happened next was terrifying, because this fight didn't just entertain a fantasy, it may have answered boxing's most dangerous question. And you're about to see why some dreams should stay dreams. The story starts in 1984, when two futures collided in the cruelest way possible. Tyrell Biggs, the Golden Boy, 6'5" Olympic heavyweight champion, everything the boxing world wanted in their next superstar. Clean technique, devastating jab, footwork that would make Ali proud. And then there was Mike Tyson, 17 years old, destroying grown men in amateur tournaments, leaving opponents unconscious on gymnasium floors across America. But here's the twist that would haunt both men forever. Only one of them made the Olympic team. Biggs got the glory, Tyson got rejected. Picture this. While Biggs was standing on that Olympic podium in Los Angeles, gold medal around his neck, cameras flashing, Tyson was back in Brooklyn, watching it all on television, seething. But Biggs couldn't leave it alone. He had to twist the knife. I don't know about him, but he's not getting on that plane. Those words, that smirk, that dismissal, the most dangerous young fighter America had ever produced. Tyson never forgot. He couldn't forget. Because while Biggs was collecting his Olympic gold, Tyson was collecting something far more valuable, a grudge that would fuel pure vengeance. 3 years later, they would finally meet, and Tyson would show the world exactly what happens when you mock a monster. This wasn't just fighter versus fighter. This was philosophy versus philosophy, science versus savagery. Tyrell Biggs brought Muhammad Ali's entire playbook to life. The butterfly movement, where every step was calculated poetry. Watch his footwork, lateral slides that made opponents punch air, pivot steps that changed angles mid-combination, the famous Ali shuffle that psychologically broke fighters before they even got close. Biggs fought like a chess master, always thinking 3 moves ahead. That lightning-fast jab wasn't just a punch, it was a measuring stick, a rangefinder, a psychological weapon. He'd snap it out, step left, snap it again, step right, making Tyson chase shadows while picking him apart piece by piece. Watch Tyson's head movement. It's not just defense, it's hypnosis. Bob left, weed right, slip under, then explode upward like a coiled spring. The Peekaboo wasn't just about avoiding punches, it was about creating psychological terror while getting inside. Here's the genius of D'Amato's system. Every defensive movement became an offensive setup. Duck under a jab, step forward, launch an uppercut, slip across, pivot, unleash a hook. It was like watching a human wrecking ball with a PhD in violence. But here's what made this matchup absolutely electric. Biggs represented everything beautiful about boxing: the art, the science, the poetry in motion. Tyson represented everything brutal: raw power, relentless pressure, the promise of unconsciousness. Ali's style was about making you miss and making you pay. Tyson's Peekaboo was about making you miss, then making you disappear. One fighter danced to survive, the other stalked to destroy. On paper, this was the ultimate test. Could Ali's blueprint actually work against Tyson's apocalypse? Could butterfly wings survive a hurricane? The boxing world was about to get its answer, and it would be written in blood. October 16, 1987, Atlantic City. The moment of truth. Round 1 begins, and for the first time in his professional career, Mike Tyson looks mortal. Biggs opens with a feint, but Tyson doesn't bite. Smart. But then Biggs transitions into something beautiful. Pure alley magic. Lightning-fast jabs while moving inside, finding angles that shouldn't exist, making Tyson's head movement look clumsy. What's incredible here is Biggs' ability to reset every time Tyson breaks his rhythm. Tyson throws his signature gazelle jab, that leaping power shot that drops heavyweights. But Biggs sees it coming, moves outside, avoids the carnage. This is exactly what Ali would have done. Dance, stick, move, make the monster chase ghosts. Biggs combines jabs to the head and body while keeping his face off the center line. Classic Ali technique, never be where your opponent expects you to be. And it's working. Tyson is eating clean shots, looking confused, almost frustrated. But here's the thing about Mike Tyson. He's not just a destroyer, he's a student of destruction. After eating several fast jabs, Tyson starts adjusting. More head movement, cutting off the ring at sharper angles. He's studying Biggs' escape patterns like a hunter tracking prey. Then Biggs makes his first mistake. He refuses to fall into the head-hunting trap and mixes in body jabs. Smart boxing, but he's burning energy with every movement. And Tyson? Tyson is banking information. Round 2, the tide shifts. Tyson recognizes that Biggs escapes to his right under pressure, so Iron Mike does something genius. He switches to southpaw and launches a gazelle hook to cut off that escape route. The first attempt misses, but it plants a seed. Tyson tries this trick twice more without success, but now he has a blueprint. He's downloaded Biggs' operating system. In the corner, Tyson gets more aggressive. He switches to southpaw again, traps Biggs against the ropes, and unleashes a flurry of heavy shots. Although Biggs escapes by pushing him off, something fundamental has changed. The hunter has found the butterfly's flight pattern. But then Biggs does something catastrophically stupid. He trash talks Tyson during a clinch. He actually talks trash to Mike Tyson while losing round. Tyson's response is immediate and terrifying. He retaliates with elbows to Biggs' face in the next clinch. The referee steps in, but the message is clear. You wanted to play games? Let's play games. As round 2 ends, Tyson lands a clean right hook after feinting a jab to the body. The bell rings, and while Biggs had moments of brilliance, something primal has awakened in Tyson. The butterfly is still dancing, but the hurricane is learning how to fly. Round 3 begins, and you can see it immediately. Something has died in Biggs' legs. The butterfly movement that looked so effortless in round 1, it's now labored, forced, like watching a beautiful bird with clipped wings trying to remember how to fly. Tyson senses it too. He's not just walking forward anymore, he's stalking, like a predator that smells blood in the water. Biggs tries to maintain his Ali-like head movement, but his timing is off by fractions of seconds. And in boxing, fractions of seconds are the difference between greatness and getting your head taken off. Then Tyson does something absolutely diabolical. He starts using level changes, dipping low then exploding upward with gazelle jabs. Each one finds its mark because Biggs can no longer predict where they're coming from. By round 4, the systematic destruction begins. Tyson, now taunting and laughing in Biggs' face, spots a fatal flaw. Biggs' guard is dropping. The accumulated damage, the fatigue, the psychological pressure, it's all taking its toll. So Tyson goes to work on the body. Brutal, methodical shots that sound like sledgehammers hitting concrete. Each body shot drops Biggs' guard even lower, setting up the perfect storm. This is textbook Tyson. Break the body and the head will follow. Biggs is still trying to execute the butterfly movement, but his wings are broken. The footwork that once flowed like water is now mechanical, predictable. He's no longer floating, he's sinking. Round 5 is pure carnage. With his footwork gone and his head movement compromised, Biggs becomes exactly what Tyson hunts best, a sitting target. Tyson starts hammering away with combinations that would fell tree. A cut opens above Biggs' eye. Blood streams down his face like war paint. But this isn't his war anymore. This is Tyson's execution. The most heartbreaking part? Biggs is still trying to fight Ali's fight. still trying to stick and move, but his body won't cooperate. The butterfly has lost its wings, and now it's just a beautiful insect trapped in a spider's web. Tyson, sensing blood, doesn't rush for the finish. He prolongs the punishment, turning this into a one-sided assault that's as much about sending a message as it is about winning. Round 7, the final act of a tragedy. Biggs stumbles out of his corner like a man walking to his own execution. His face is a mask of blood and swelling. His legs, once quick as Ali's, now move like he's walking through quicksand. But here's what makes this moment both beautiful and terrifying. Biggs refuses to quit. The same pride that made him mock Tyson 3 years ago now forces him to keep fighting a war he cannot win. Tyson circles him like a shark. He's not in any hurry now. He knows the end is coming, and he wants to savor every second. 30 seconds into the round, Tyson sees his opening. Biggs' guard drops for just a moment. Exhaustion, accumulated damage, or maybe just the weight of inevitability. Tyson unleashes a massive left hook that travels maybe 8 inches, but carries the force of a sledgehammer. Biggs goes down hard, face first onto the canvas like a felled tree. The crowd erupts. This is it. This has to be it. But then something remarkable happens. Something that defines the warrior spirit, that separates fighters from mere mortals. Biggs gets back up, bloodied, broken, barely conscious, but he gets back up. The referee looks into his eyes, sees enough to let him continue, and waves the fight on. 10 seconds left in the round. 10 seconds for Biggs to survive and make it to his corner. But Mike Tyson isn't interested in moral victories. With the cold precision of a surgeon and the violence of a street fight, Tyson delivers a final, brutal combination. Right hook to the body to drop the guard. Left hook to the head to finish the job. Biggs crumples. This time, there's no getting up. This time, the butterfly stops moving forever. The referee doesn't even need to count. He waves it off immediately. Fight over. 2:59 of round 7. Another victim lies motionless in Tyson's wake. Another fighter who learned too late that some monsters cannot be tamed, cannot be outboxed, cannot be outsmarted. In the corner, Tyson raises his gloves. No celebration, no emotion, just the cold satisfaction of a man who has answered a question that was asked 3 years ago. He's not getting on that plane. What do you think? Could even Muhammad Ali himself have survived prime Mike Tyson's Peekaboo destruction? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if this breakdown got your blood pumping, smash that like button and subscribe for more boxing breakdowns that reveal the brutal truths behind the sweet science.